Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I'm gonna be going over like what I eat in a day. This is like my back to basics edition. This is when after I go off plan and I'm like, okay, I need to get back on track. Even sometimes when I just gain weight because I've been like snacking too much and I've been eating, I'm like, oh, we need to go back to center. So this is basically what I do to get back on track, okay? So we're gonna start off with my coffee because every single day we need to have our cafecito. So I just have some espresso here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of, we have our unsweetened almond milk. This guy here, it's brand new, just got it. It is an organic almond creamer and it doesn't have that much sugar and everything is super clean. So only 3 grams of sugar. At least it's very clean ingredients, okay? And then we have unsweetened almond milk and I do that to the little fill line and we froth. So this is kind of like my routine in the morning. I always make sure that I make my milk nice and frothy. I know it takes like a little bit of time, but honestly, that like extra minute or whatever just makes like my whole coffee experience that much better because like the milk is nice and frothy and like warm. And so it's like, it's a whole thing. But this is like my routine. So every day when you're at home and you're like, is Maya having her coffee? This is what's going down, okay? So I have my cinnamon, which we will add. And then if I still need a little bit of extra sweetness, and I've tried every sweetener, this one right here is pretty good. It's just organic stevia. Right now, once that's done, I'm gonna throw it together and then just kind of like take a minute to enjoy. You know, if you're a coffee lover, you know that like your coffee in the morning is just a special thing. It's a whole little procedure here. You know what I mean? That whole extra minute to froth this is 1000% worth it. And finish it off with my cinnamon. And here we have it. This right here is my morning ritual. There is not a day in my life that I start without cafecito, okay? So cheers. Let's try it. So good. I actually don't even need the stevia, so I'm happy about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead, enjoy my coffee, and I'm gonna get started on breakfast pretty early today. I do have a busy day, so I'm thinking about doing just like my very basic. Now, I'll kind of walk you through my mentality when it comes to food, because I think that that's really, really important. But I start off with a very, very high protein breakfast. So let me finish this, and then we'll move over to the stove and get started. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm just gonna do some sausage and eggs. I've really been getting into like the charcuterie boards. My daughter, she's the one that actually got me hooked on that. So now I love to eat my food on a charcuterie board. What I'm gonna do is some chicken sausage. This is actually a chorizo style. So it's like very seasoned. I really like it for breakfast. And you can cook it stovetop. I usually just do it in the air fryer because it gets like a nice little crisp. So I'm just gonna put this in for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cook my eggs. So here's the thing, depending on what my day is looking like. So if I am going to have lunch, like a later lunch, and then maybe even dinner, then I'm gonna go a little lighter on my breakfast. If I know that I'm not gonna eat anything until dinner, then I'm gonna go, like I'll eat more eggs. So like in this case, I know I'm gonna do like a lunch and a dinner because I wanna show you guys what going back to basics looks like for me. So I'm gonna do 2 eggs. But if I wasn't and I was gonna do like a heavier dinner and no lunch, then I would for sure do like a full avocado. Like I'm gonna do 4 eggs, 3 or 4, depending on how hungry I am. And then I do like 1 to 2 sausages. It really just depends on like what I'm in the mood for. But today I'm gonna show you kind of like a full breakfast with me having like a lunch and a dinner. You know what I mean? Okay, so avocado, you guys already know are healthy fats. And fats help keep you feeling full and satiated. And look at that. Looks nice and crispy. And look at that. See? So cute. I feel like it's just a very aesthetic breakfast. This right here, guys, it's like a powerhouse. You have your fats, you have your proteins. Very, very low carb, which for me, when I start my day off with carbs, it kind of like weighs me down. Something like this, it like makes me have so much energy. I just feel like, all right, let's go, go, go. I feel very light. I feel just nice and fueled. So this right here is like 100% back to basics. This right here is something that is gonna keep your blood sugar super low. It's gonna keep your glucose level super low. And it's a very like energizing breakfast. So this is breakfast. I'm gonna eat this up. And then for lunch, I'm thinking for lunch, maybe like a little bowl. I'll show you something like really yummy that is, again, just really good for a back to basics where you are craving maybe something like hearty, you're craving something filling, you know what I mean? So we'll get to that. Let me just eat this up. I have a little bit of work to do and then we'll do lunch. All right guys, so before we get started with lunch, I wanna show you a supplement that I've been taking by Timeline. So I have my 2 capsules here. Now that I've been getting older, I've really been focused on like anti-aging and like longevity supplements, just because obviously I wanna live a very healthy, just a healthier, longer life. And one of the reasons why this supplement is so special is because it contains a molecule that is called urolithin. And this is literally the top. Like, this has over 15 years of clinical studies. It has over 56 patents, and they've done 5 gold standard clinical studies. That's like huge because this is actually backed by science. It's not just like, oh, we created the supplement and you know, this, no, like this is something that has been clinically studied. People have been taking it for years. It is now becoming more popular, like a little bit more mainstream, but this has been very popular amongst athletes, amongst, like I said, doctors and scientists. So we are made up of cells. We are all like, cells is what our bodies are made up of. And the mitochondria is like the little brain. It's like the center of the cell, the main part of the cell. And as we age, the mitochondria gets damaged. So MitoPure actually repairs your cells. And over the course of time, so like month 1, you can start feeling the difference. Month 4, you can actually see the difference, like you can feel it. It also helps with recovery. By year 1, it's been a full circle where your cells and your organs are just reaping the benefits of a new mitochondria. So you can get a 10% off plus a free gift with a 1-month supply of the MitoPure soft gels. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it linked in the description below, but again, I just wanted to share a supplement that I've been taking and so far has been working really well for me. All right guys, so for lunch, I'm thinking of doing like a chicken bowl, something very simple. A lot of my meals, to be honest with you, are very simple. Like I am that person that tries to make yummy things very quickly. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just air fry my chicken. You can do it stovetop. I like both, but right now, just because I am gonna do a little bit of cauli rice, I'm gonna get this into the air fryer. Just quickly season with a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and some salt and pepper. Very simple. Nice and seasoned. This is gonna be really yummy. And for me, when I cook in the air fryer, I just like it because it's still nice and juicy and I don't really have to worry too much about it. So chicken breasts going in. And we'll check on it in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do a little bit of greens. So I have some mixed greens and I'm gonna throw together like a little, kind of like a little salad. We'll do some cucumbers. Persian cucumbers are really filling and they add like a really nice crunch. They are very low in carbs and very low in calories, okay? So if you're someone that is also kind of just trying to watch your calories, this is also a really good, just a really good addition to your lunches, sometimes I even have them for breakfast, to be honest. Got this big old thing at Costco and it has like huge chunks. We have our feta and I also have a little bit of like balsamic and stuff. Salt and pepper. It's just like very simple. Like you can add some avocado if you want. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna do a little bit of lemon juice and just a little tiny bit of balsamic vinegar. Okay, so that's kind of like the extent of I have my little cucumber salad. I have some greens, and then I did end up going back in and slicing my chicken breast in half because, guys, this was so thick, okay? But look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? This is like something that I have. This is like a perfect meal for back to basics. You have the grilled chicken, you have your veggies, which are still carbs. Like when I say going back to basics, like it doesn't mean that I'm not having carbs. It's just I'm having like very low carbs. So at the end of the day, this is like a very fresh, light meal that is still gonna keep me nice and full, not gonna derail me, and it's really just gonna set me up for the perfect day. And I think if I wanted it to be just a little bit more filling, I definitely add the avocado. But I know that I'm gonna be having like some type of meat for dinner. So this is it. Look at that, beautiful. All right, guys, so for dinner today, I want to make just kind of like this is literally something I do at least twice a week where I throw in a protein. So I picked this guy up just from my local store. It's some shaved beef. I actually really like it because the texture of it is like, you know how some beef is kind of like chewy? I hate that. So this one here is not, and it's, what is this? Shaved beef. Yeah, it's just shaved beef. It has like a little Philly cheesesteak on the front. So this is something that you can do, like if you aren't doing a very low carb meal, you can do this over rice. You can also do it over cauli rice. You can serve it with a side salad. Personally for me, I usually do just like a little side salad or something on the side like a veggie. But today I'm probably just gonna have a small amount of this. I'm not like super hungry. I feel like I had a pretty, like I've had like a good day of food, and that's what I love. Like when I eat really well throughout the day, I'm not snacky, I'm not hungry, but I know I'm gonna get hungry and this is gonna be my dinner. So I'm doing onion, but basically this is what it looks like, just some shaved beef and spread it out so it gets like a nice little crisp. Okay. Seasonings, I'm just doing a little onion, a little garlic powder, paprika for color, so it gets like a nice little color. And then of course some salt and pepper. And this meat is lean, so we're just gonna do a little bit of avocado oil, and it cooks so fast. I also make it in the air fryer sometimes, but today I have a little bit of time to cook it stovetop. So even if you have like a teriyaki sauce, you could do that, because they do have some like sugar-free, like not sugar-free, they're like paleo teriyaki sauces. But I just try not to do stuff like that because of the sugar. When I'm doing back to basics, I try no sugar. Like I'm always worried about how much sugar I'm getting into my body, because that is what helps my body really start burning fat. So the whole point of going back to basics is so that your body could burn your own body fat. That's why you lose weight so quickly. So that I explain all of this in my meal plan. The meal plan is always linked in the description. So always make sure you check out the description. I also link videos that I feel are very similar to the video that you're watching, just so that you can see other content that I have that you might be interested in. And of course, like I said, my meal plan. So my meal plan is in there. So this is pretty much cooked through. Then I just add in my mushrooms. All right, so this is pretty much done. I'm just gonna finish it off with a little drizzle of olive oil, because that is a healthy fat. That again, it just helps for me personally, adding fats. I don't try to go overboard with fats because of course fats are really calorie dense, but I feel like my food, I eat like really normal portions, and adding the fat just really helps keep me from snacking. It helps keep me feeling nice and full. When I don't have any fat, even if I have a good amount of protein, I will get hungry a lot sooner. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Isn't that like so fast? And I know this looks very plain Jane, but it is really good. And I feel like if your family, say for instance, if your family is not low carb, then you can totally make this and then serve it over rice for them. You can serve it over cauli rice for you, or even like a salad, or maybe even like a bed of veggies. Like just think of like a bunch of bell peppers with zucchini and some onion, like a bed of that, and then serve it over with your meat and mushrooms. guys, I'm telling you. And then you can always top it with salsa, top it with sriracha and maybe some sesame seeds, green onion. You can even add some kimchi, because remember, kimchi is like fermented cabbage that's really, really good for your gut. So just think of, like, with veggies, just think of veggies as like a filler. They're fiber, they have a lot of fiber, they have low calories, low carbs, and then they just make you feel full. They're like bulk, you know? And then your protein, you already know that's gonna keep you energized. That's gonna give you the, it's also like just really helps with feeling full and satiated. And then the fats is really where that is gonna kind of extend that. Like, it's gonna make you feel full for a lot longer. But at night, I really try to stay away from like any type of rice. Even on weeks when I do eat more carbs, I try not to eat them at night. So doesn't this look like really pretty? This is my dinner. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just someone that needs to, like, I love to eat with my eyes. Like, it has to look nice and big. Okay, when I have like very small amounts of food, I feel like it's a little triggering for me. So I've kind of learned to make my plates look like really nice and full, and also be filling, because they definitely need to be filling for me, but still not go crazy overboard in terms of calories and in terms of carbs. And again, that just works for me. If you are someone that doesn't track like that, or does, and I don't track like manually, it's more like visually, then that's okay. But this is what I do, and it's what's worked for me, and I just want to share. So this is dinner here, and I'm gonna sit down and enjoy it right now. But honestly, it is very simple, very, you know, like, it literally took, I think, to put all of this entire thing together, like less than 10 minutes. The flavor's on point. I added a little bit of coconut aminos and sriracha with some sesame seeds at the end. Really elevated the flavor and made it more of kind of like a little bit more of like an Asian dish, like an Asian flair, and I think it turned out perfect. So yeah, I hope that you guys like these like ideas. I think if you're someone that's trying to lose weight, or maybe just like trying to clean up your diet, maybe you're trying to get ready for summer because summer is around the corner, everything I showed you today are just really great meal ideas, even if you're not on a diet, that you can utilize throughout your week. You can utilize when you are like, I'm trying to like get back on track. And I talk about all of this again in my meal plan. I'll leave that link for you as well. But if you guys like this video, show me some love. Make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to share this video, share my whole channel with your friends and your family. And again, whether they're living a low carb lifestyle, maybe they are on a weight loss journey, or even diabetic, because a lot of the recipes that I have here on my channel are also diabetic friendly. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.